Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Homebuyer Town Hall, Florida. My name is Adriana Montes. I'm your host for today's show. Today, we're going to be talking about the market update for the month of April for Florida, for Orlando, for Miami, for all of these beautiful cities in Florida. Thank you for being here. It will be a great show. So let's get right to it. I'm going to have a real estate snapshot for April 2022 for Florida and for Orlando. This information is provided by the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. So thank you. The state of the market is that April's median home price was recorded at $370,000, an increase of 2.5% compared to $361,000 in March 2022. This sets a new record high for the third month in a row. Home appreciation keeps going up. Interest rates increased by 17.6% from 4.2% in March 2022 to 4.9%, almost 5% in April 2022. This is a 66% increase compared to April 2021, when interest rates were at 3%. Wow, that's a huge difference. Overall sales decreased by 7.3% with a total of 3,800 sales compared to 4,100 sales in March 2022. This is a 7% decrease compared to April 2021, when overall sales were recorded at 4,081. So less sales we have, and the home spent an average of 24 days on market in April, down 11.1% from March 2022, when the average was 27 days. Days on market keeps going down. Inventory increased in April by 7.7% from March 2022. For a total of 2,670 homes on the market in April. New listings decreased by 0.5% from March 2022 to April 2022, with a total of 4,354 new homes in the market for April. So what the Orlando Regional Realtor Association President, Tansy Saunderson, is saying is that as interest rates continue to rise, this indicates that the Orlando market may be cooling off. He also says that with interest rates rising, it will be more challenging for some buyers as the monthly payments will be higher. And however, the demand stays very strong and homes continue to sell very quickly. I agree that the market is going to start cooling off, but there is a high demand. So we always have this dilemma of supply and demand. And as long as we keep having demand for homes and there is a shortage of inventory of households that need a place to live, the houses are going to keep rising in the sales and probably staying a little bit more stable on the appreciation or appreciation less than in the past. But as long as we have a strong demand and we have a low supply, the market is still going to be somewhat hot and somewhat active, which is what we're seeing right now. Also, we have a market snapshot here that talks about interest rates continue to increase as the average interest rate for April 2022 was recorded at 4.9% compared to March 2022 when it was 4.2%. Pending sales increased by 1.7% from March 2022 to April 2022 for a total of 5,041 pending sales. And only 23 distressed homes or bank-owned properties and short sales accounted for 0.6% of all home sales in April 2022. That represents a 14.8% decrease over March 2022 when 27 distressed homes were sold. As far as inventory, we touched about the inventory again. Orlando area inventory increased by 7.7% from March 2022 to April 2022, from 2,478 homes to 2,670 homes for sale. Inventory in April 2022 was 1% higher than in April 2021. The supply of homes remains at nearly 1 month in April 2022. What we know is that a market that is balanced has a 6 months of supply. So when the market has less than 6 months, this means it's a market for sellers, which is what's been happening for many years now. And when it is longer than 6 months, it's a market for buyers, where buyers have the advantage. The number of new listings decreased in April 2022 from March 2022 by 0.5% to 4,354 homes for sale. This is the market update. Thank you to the Orlando Regional Realtor Association for all this valuable information. So here with us today is Eric Fraser. So we want to bring him over to talk about this market update for the month of April in Florida. Welcome, Eric. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Adriana. A great market update, and I definitely have some questions for you. One of the numbers that you stated about increase in inventory really stands out. A 7% increase from March to April. That's about 200 more homes on the market. Is that enough new listings on the market to actually slow down competition or maybe stabilize prices? And how much more do we need? Where do we need to be?
Well, that is good. That is very good news that we have an increase in inventory because it might mean more options for buyers. But we still have a shortage of inventory because a balance between supply and demand of inventory is about 6 months. And right now, the days on market for Florida is taking about 24 months. So less than a month for all these homes to be absorbed by the market. So we'll need 5 more months basically of this type of these homes, which if we have inventory of 4,000 homes, we probably need another 20,000 homes to be balanced. So it's still a big shortage of inventory.
20,000 homes, Adriana, to have equal, what do we call it, market equilibrium balance between buyers and sellers. That seems unrealistic given what we've been dealing with over the last, since 2008. We've been dealing with, or maybe around 2013, we've been dealing with a very, very serious shortage of supply. So based on what you're saying, 20,000 homes, what is the likelihood we'll see that this year?
Eric, the likelihood that that's going to happen and that we will reach to the level of inventory is very low, given the supply chain problems and given all of the issues that we have been facing in the house, just basically people wanting to sell or not sell, and interest rates and builders and on such uncertainty. So, and it seems like we require more homes than we're able to produce. So the chances of that inventory being balanced are very low and unlikely to happen. I'm not sure in how long.
With the short or low inventory, Adriana, we're also seeing then still prices increasing, even though interest rates have been increasing. We've gone over a year ago from in the low 3s to now in the low 5s.
Yes, we've gone, the rates are basically at the 5 right now, and from 3 to 5 is a big difference. What that's creating is that the level of entry for a home for the person that wants to afford and buy the first home, the first property, is basically becoming higher. The amount of property that they can afford is becoming lower. That means that that level of entry is increasing. A person that was able to buy a house in the past that it's probably $300,000, they will only qualify now for $200,000. So that's basically the problem that we are facing right now, affordability on these buyers becoming first-time home buyers.
So what is the annual rate of appreciation right now in Florida in your market area?
Well, I think it usually is, I mean, last year was probably over 30%, and now they estimate that it will still probably remain at 10%.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, 10% interest. Well, from a market standpoint, First Bank does loans in Florida and 45 different states, and we're seeing more people want portfolio programs. You know, these are intermediate arms like 5-1, 7-1, 10-1, 15-1 arms, because you can get an interest rate in the mid 3s and low 4s fixed for 3, 5, 7, 10, or even 15 years. And so that's one way to kind of counterbalance what's happening with the 30-year traditional fixed rate mortgage. Of course, you've got to put at least, you know, from as little as 5% down to 25 to 20% down for a portfolio product. But if you have the money, it's definitely worth it. So for those of you watching or listening, I am, in addition to being a host of the Powers Now, I'm also a vice president and mortgage advisor with First Bank. My license number is 461-807. The views and opinions that I express in this show are my own, do not necessarily represent First Bank. But if you're looking to get finance in Florida, I can help you. Thank you, Adriana, for a great presentation on the market. And let's hope that people find their way to getting the financing they need to take advantage of some of the great deals that still exist in Florida.
Well, that's all we have today for the April market update for Florida. Thank you so much for joining us. The Sunshine State is still a great place for you to invest in real estate. So my name is Adriana Montes. I'm your host today, and my contact information is 321-689-6258, 321-689-6258, or you can email me at adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com, adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com. Thank you for joining us.
The Power is Now Media is worldwide with growing audience of future homebuyers, investors, builders, developers, real estate agents, and brokers. The Power is Now Media is well positioned to increase awareness and produce results for our growing roster of advertising partners. An advertisement on any of our platforms is the right step toward reaching and communicating key brand messages to a targeted network of individuals, families, and communities interested in housing. Our content areas include feature stories and profiles on successful real estate agents, business owners, government, and community leaders. The Power is Now magazines are the leading resource for real estate agents, mortgage bankers, entrepreneurs, and small home ownership businesses, providing leaders with business strategy information, resources, and tools through PIN, real estate, and programming guide magazines. Stay up to the minute with real estate and mortgage news and information from industry experts. VIP agents are able to feature listings each week. The Power is Now TV radio podcast features weekly shows that include Homebuyers Town Hall, Real Estate Roundtable, VIP Agent Spotlight, and so much more. Each week, VIP agents have opportunities to be featured guests on the shows. VIP agents can discuss and showcase houses, neighborhoods, and provide brief introduction. The interviews are unlimited 10 to 15 minutes on each current listing. This product alone separates you from your competition. The Power is Now delivers to you market update interview to promote listing weekly, promotional biographical video, co-host a bi-monthly Homebuyers Town Hall show, featured subject matter expert on Real Estate Roundtable show, The Power is Now program guide e-magazine, The Power is Now national e-magazine, article writing and blogging, social media content customization, inclusion and press releases, graphic design services, business and performance coaching, technology support, referrals, lead generation opportunities, and management support.